here we go again. The Sweet Paris mini album, page 1. I think I said before, I'm doing this one slightly different. Instead of doing the pages on a separate base page and then gluing them all in, I'm going to glue them straight onto the pocket page, which I'm using as a base page, because it's a really thick, good quality card, and to be honest, I don't think the album could take much more bulk for extra pages. So, I have got a lot prepared and ready, however, I don't know how this is going to go exactly. Right, the other thing I should explain, and I do have a plan, almost. I haven't figured out a few pages. Basically what I'm going to do is page 1 will be the same as page 10. So page 2 will be the same as page 9, page 3 is 8, 4 is 7, is that right? 7, yeah. You know what I mean. And 5 and 6 will be the same. So that's basically it. So I'm going to have a repeat of the pages, but from each end meeting in the middle. Okay, I'm going to shut up and get on with it now. Right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to separate the pages, basically, and they're going to be 3" and 5". So, like on the front cover here, the separation will be 3 inches and then 5 inches, but on the back one, it will be opposite. So it'll be 5 inches this side and 3 inches. They're going to be mirror images of each other. That's the only difference. So we will start, I do believe, with what I'm doing here, which is going to be, I do believe, just like a tiny mini waterfall. And as you can see, this is going to be a long video, and I do apologise, but I've done no prep work, no, except to cut out the bits and pieces, and on top of that, I've got no tape ready, nothing. So I am hoping this turns out okay. If not, I'll have to just re-record it using the last page. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, so because this is a waterfall, I'm not going to mite at the edges. I just find that too much of a pain, to be honest. Oh dear, can't find anything. Right, so I will try to talk to, so I'm doing, so as you know, 3 inches, I said, of separating the page 3 inches by 5 inches. So the waterfall is 3 inches across, and the first bit I'm putting on is 3.5 inches, but then you score ½ inch from the top and fold it down, so you're left with a 3 by 3 inch square, marked, in my case, little tiny little dot. Oh dear, blue. I will try not to get my head in the way too much of this work. You know, like I said before, this is very much on the fly. I have no real plans of what I'm doing, not really. So my glue bottle's all blocked. I don't know why it's blocked, but it's blocked. Right, let's try this. Oh, it was blocked. Okay, so starting from the edge of the page, on the top left hand corner I'm going to apply my first bit of my waterfall. Right, the next one is 3 inches across. I should have written down these measurements, shouldn't I? And it's 4 inches plus, and then you fold down once again ½ inch. So it's trying to get the tape on the back. That's all I'm doing off camera, I'm just putting the tape on the back. And I already have glue all over my finger. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up under here, against the page, and then pop that one down. So the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches minus half an inch, so it's a 4 by 3 inch square, rectangle, square or rectangle. Okay, last one. That's same again, line it up with the little half-inch fold you have on the previous one and up against the side, and then pop it on. So hopefully I can straighten those out a bit. There we go. It is actually much harder working directly onto the page, onto the album. I do prefer doing it the other way. The only problem is it wastes so much more paper and so much more glue and adhesive. So this is why I'm doing it this way round, because I'm trying to be economical. That's right, I just need some coffee. Let's all just pretend you're here in the craft room with me and joining in. Right, next, at the bottom here, I would like to have a little pocket. And because it's a smaller pocket, it's obviously not going to be very deep. The actual pocket itself, without hinges, is 1, 2, 3 3/4 inches. Yep, 3 3/4 inches. And this. You have to, it's 3 by 3/4 inches, but you measure it 4 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and then do a half inch score line all the way around, right to your edges. Do a pattern if you want a pattern cut in the top, and this is going the bottom left hand corner. I didn't actually figure that one out very well, did I? Oh no, I know what I've done. This wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, I'll have to change this now. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to have to change my planes. But that's okay. I can do that. Oh, the idea was the waterfall was going to meet the pocket, and then I was going to have a thingy bobby on the pocket. See, that's going to be too long. Don't think the pocket's going to go down any further than that. Oh, yeah. What have I done? What have I done? Once again, I have crafted myself into a... Oh, okay. I'm going to take these off. What I think I have done is basically... oh well, it's good that this paper was just such a good quality, so it can rip a bit and not be too bad. Right, what I've done wrong is, I do believe, this will be covered up, is I'm pretty sure that maybe, don't you just love it, pretty sure maybe that I was supposed to put these over, yeah, I'm supposed to butt it right up to the edge. Okay, so I could do that instead. Here we go. Do not leave a gap. Go straight down. paper and onto the previous one. There we go. Crisis averted. This is going to be another one of those how many mistakes can one person make whilst crafting one album. I hope not. Right, make sure that this is all lined up nicely. For some reason this isn't being nice. There we go. One, two, three. Okay, that's going to be covered with paper, so that'll be fine. Next. Next I want to put this pocket here. It's working out fine. Okay. I'm just going to put on some score tape. Actually, this is not score tape. It is just double-sided sticky. No strength in my fingers to pull it apart. Okay. Now, are we all taking bets out there as to how many mistakes I can make? I don't rate my odds, actually. Do not rate my odds at all on getting through this album with less than 10 mistakes. But the thing is, do we class this first bit as 3 mistakes or 1 mistake? Right, a little bit of glue. I hope that this light's okay. And then this goes in the bottom left corner. Make sure that can be closed. Yep, that's fine. Okay, right. Now what I'm going to do to make it easier for myself is, right, all I've done with this is I've covered a piece of very thin card in some of the pattern paper and found a brad that matches, and I'm actually, do I want to put it through the whole thing or just, yeah, I think I'm going to put it through the whole thing. So I'm going to glue this on first, just to make it easier for myself. Okay. Stick a hole in it. Put this in. I think this is the one I want. Oh yeah, it's too late to change it now. Stop fluffing around, woman. Right, I want a little bit of tape over that just for extra security. I'm not going to edit anything out. I refuse to. See me make all my mistakes. I don't need to take that off just yet. I just need to make sure that that was right. And this has to go. Maybe I should have put that on first. Silly, silly. Right, let me get some tape on here first. Lighten my edges. Tell it when it's the men walking up and down the stairs. I don't know if you can hear it. It's ever so loud. Lots of glue on the back. then into the top of the pocket, and I want it to be level with the bottom of this, so that when this spins round, okay, it's not going to hold that. I'm going to have to use a longer one, aren't I? Didn't think about that, did I? I thought that was because I changed it. Maybe I'll put a magnet on the first one. Yeah, that'd be fine. Anyway, so that's what we've got. A little mini waterfall here and a little pocket here. And on this side, the flap, by the way, there's a piece of leftover that I had from cutting off here. Right, the flap I'm having up the side is obviously 8 inches, because the pages are 8 by 8 inches. I don't know if I mentioned that. Is 6, oh no, it's 5 3/4 inches, but it's actually scored at 5 inches mark, and it's going to be opening this way. So let's get that on. I'm going to mitre these edges just a little bit. Just got this urge to shout out, recording in here, people. Should I? No. Bit of glue on the edge. I have not been looking at the recordings. I do apologise if I've gone off of the screen. Okay, this goes here. Of course, where it's cream on cream, I can't see the edge. Oh, aren't they having fun out there? And being extra noisy. Okay, so I'm going to take the tiniest bit off of there. I'm not happy with how that's laying. Yeah. Oh, it's so close as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an old cork board. I'm going to put it underneath here. I'm going to slice off the tiniest amount, because I can't do it with scissors by hand. I'll never get it straight. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I used a piece of chipboard. Oh, this piece actually, just to hold that down and just cut a slight bit up the side, just so that it fits nicely. Just, it's a close though. And it's really close. But I think it should be okay once the pages are nice and stiff. Right, so, oh dear, right, I've put the flap on. In the centre of this I'm going to have pattern paper with a little strip each side. On this side I'm going to have a pocket, and what was I going to do on this side? Oh, I remember! I was going to have, why have I picked the same? Oh, it'll be fine. Right, on this side, trying to find all my bits, that's the waterfall bits. I do believe I've lost a couple of bits. Where are you? Where are you? Right, here we go. I am having a little stopper and is that the right way up? It's hard to tell. I think that's the wrong one. This is the right one. Put that over there. Right, a little stopper and a flap here which is going to have a magnet on it, so I must remember that the magnet has to go in there. So what I'll do is I'll glue down the bits I need, and I won't put any paper on. So I'm going to start with this one here. You have to decide where you want the flap to be, and I've decided I want it to be roughly in the middle where it meets between the pocket and the waterfall, so that's where it's going. Oh, and I've even written magnet on the side. A little bit of tape there. Oh, I didn't mite my edges, did I? Pretty sure I've knocked my other scissors onto the floor. Okay. Glue everywhere again. So I want this one roughly here. I'm not going to be too precise about it. It can just stay roughly in the middle. So there's a flap there. I'm not going to put a little stopper on the bottom until I have put the paper on, because obviously it's going to go slightly over the top of the paper. And it's just, it was the bit actually that I cut off from the top of the pocket here. This bit here. In both pattern paper and the card. There you go. It's cut off of there and glued them together, a little bit of a edge showing, and then a bit of tape across the bottom. So this is leftovers basically, which I'm trying to be so good at using up all the little bits. And right, the other thing I have done is I've cut out with a die cut these, and I was going to have these as little photograph holders, but I didn't know whether to use these ones or these ones. These or these. I think it might be these because they're not so heavy. I think maybe, but yeah, it's probably, that's what's going to be on this side of the page anyway. So, and I may have to cut that down slightly to fit it inside the pocket. So yeah, so the pocket goes on next. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, it's stuck. Didn't matter my edges again. Bit of glue on my page. Right, I don't think, oh, I will use tape. Where's my tape? Thin sport tape. Put her at the bottom. Okay. Right, I think what I'm going to do is just to help steady that a little bit, I'm going to put that piece down there. Dear. Keep on putting things down and I have no idea where I'd put them. Right, so I'm going to take the backing off the tape here. Obviously, if you don't have a die cut to make the edge, or you'd rather use a punch, or you'd rather just not have any shape here, don't do it. Just leave it. Right, this pocket it was a leftover piece. It's 6 inches by 3 inches, It's 5 inches. Five, well, it was 6 inches, but half an inch each side comes in. So that's 5 inches by 3 inches high. I'm not that happy about that. I may have to just bookie that in slightly. It's definitely a crafting term, bookieing it in. Right, let's try that again, because we don't want this to be in the way of this opening and closing. I mean, there's not too much of the pocket there, so hopefully it'll be okay. And okay, that in. There we go. There. Okay. Can't find my bone folder, so I'm using that instead. Right, so that's basically the page. So I'm going to have a stopper here, magnet here for the flap. This flap opens up. There's going to be paper here, pocket this side, mini flap, little pocket, mini waterfall, mini pocket. So I'll get that decorated with the papers and then I'll be right back. Look at the mess I've made. Almost finished decorating the front page, the first page. What I did is I took the little tab off here and put a brad in it with a little, what are they called, tassels, and I cut the tassel down. Sorry, it's a bit noisy because I've had to open the window. It's so hot in here tonight. So we've got a flap here, which is got the magnet, and that flap's open. Another flap here, pocket here on this side. I haven't put this stuff on here yet because I'm not too sure what I'm going to use to keep it in with. So the choices were these or these, but I don't know. I suppose that would be more convenient. This is a bit of an odd shape, but anyway. So I haven't done this part of the mini waterfall. That goes there, simply because I don't know if I'm going to have another brad here to match this one and have a bit of twine string or something going around to keep that shut. That's why that bit hasn't been done yet. But everything else has. Little mini waterfall there. And this has also got a tiny little magnet in it and a little bit there. I do have all the photo mats and such like to put in. I just haven't decorated them yet. I'm going to leave that till the very, very end. But yeah, that is the first page. Almost complete. And now I've got to do exactly the same to the last page, but in reverse. And of course I won't show that because it's going to be exactly the same, just in reverse. So yeah, first page completed. On to the second.